A lot of news today, basically. First, we got the campaign. Countdown to Lost Belt 6. JP didn't have this. But essentially, every week will be a special login or special campaign where it will feature 2 of these singularities or specific singularities, and it will last all the way till March 22nd. Great. And we get more Saint Quartz as well, which is nice. But what happens after March 22nd? That is this new countdown to Lost Belt number 6. As quite a few people worried, not only because JP has not had it before, but because the Korea server gave their roadmap. So I had Google Translate, Google Translate it. And for April, May, and June, you can see here we have the Grail Idol event. The Grail Front, Camelot Grail Front, Summer Rerun, and then here in April apparently is gonna be LB6 Part 1. That remains to be seen if this will be the English schedule, but I feel like Korea is about a month ahead of schedule, or ahead of us in terms of schedule. So you could look at these and just say, yeah, this is May. Oops. It's gonna be May. Oops. It's gonna be June. Alright, that's weird. June. I keep doing that. And this will be July. Which kind of matches up. Because we are expecting our anniversary on July 4. And then we should get the part 3 of Lost Belt. The reason to say that is because I don't think that they would risk changing the GSSR lineup. I mean, it would be interesting if they did, I guess, but I feel like they will try to keep the GSSR lineup the same. So I don't think that they would have the entirety of Lost Belt 6 ahead of anniversary. So we can take a look at Korea's schedule and basically say, move everything 1 month. And it kind of matches up. Now, this will definitely affect me because I was under the assumption that I would be able to save Saint Quartz at least until like mid-June. So if I were to say this is going to be June, I was expecting to roll on the Morgan banner around this point, but yeah, I would need to make some adjustments since we're probably going to be getting it late May. And then the last part will be July after anniversary. So I'm going to have to make adjustments and estimates to how many Saint Quartz I will have by the time the Morgan banner, Melisande banner, Koyanskaya drops. No, pretty much Koyanskaya will be consistent. She is the anniversary servant, and that we're probably going to be getting anniversary around the first week of July. Ideally, July 4. And then the Oberon banner will be in part 3, pretty much about 5 days after anniversary. So like in July 9 or 10. With this, we're basically going to be getting the Lost Belts 6 slightly earlier than expected. Slightly. I mean, I was expecting it to drop earlier, just not last week of May early. I was expecting it like around in June, Albeit it's not like, it's like, I think 2 weeks difference from what my estimates were, 2 or 3 weeks. No, it was about 2 weeks difference from my estimates. So, yeah, I'll have to adjust accordingly, but it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I don't think we'll be getting too much of a change in schedule. I would imagine we would not get this schedule. This is like too quick. Like a whole month advance. We're getting LB6 in April. Oh boy. That's gonna be it. But we'll see. I mean, if we follow the JP schedule, I can imagine them moving the NeroFest to after anniversary. And then we'll just have the usual Idle Event, Grail Front, Lost Belt, Part 1, Part 2 on schedule. Or they'll move it early. The NeroFest will be moved to after. So, we started off with the new campaign, Countdown to Lost Belt number 6. It will last from today all the way up till March 22. What has people worried about this is that a lot of them are worried that we might be getting LB6 early. Why do they say that? Because the Korea server gave their roadmap, and you can see here we have April, May, and June. And we can see here we're already seeing instances of Lost Belt 6. But the Korea server is technically a month ahead of us in the English server, in a way. So I would say, I mean, we could take a look at this, and we could say that this is May. Boy, my bad spelling. This is May. This will be June. And this will be July. Now, the reason why I think this would be a possible one is because we will be having our anniversary here in July. So probably July 4, as per usual. The reason for that is because I highly doubt that they would give us Part 3 ahead of our anniversary, because that will affect the GSSR. Since we get Oberon early, technically, or by the way that they've done GSSR, is normally for banners that have been before the anniversary, they have been added to the GSSR. So if it's most likely that I highly doubt that they will actually have Part 3, which has Oberon as the summon banner ahead of our anniversary. So if we look at it this way, this might give us a pretty close idea of what they're gonna do for us. Now, whether they'd really cram all of this stuff a whole month early, it could still be its own schedule. They could still make changes. The changes I could see them doing is where they have Grand NeroFest moved to after anniversary or after Lost Belt Part 3. It could happen, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm not really sure. But for me, I feel like I don't think that they would make it this early. Like where we have Lost Belt 6 already in April. I feel like that's too soon. It would feel too rushed. So I don't think that they would actually do that. But one way we can know is we do have also the roadmap on the Korea server for January, February, and March. And in March is when they have their pre-campaign. So we'll see. If we get this pre-campaign in March, we'll probably be following the Korea roadmap. But based on how previous events have been, the Korea server is around a month ahead of the English server. So we shouldn't have to worry about it too much. And those who are wondering, What about the GSSR for the Korea server, since they did release Muramasa like a month early? They did change the GSSR. They have changed the GSSR in the Korea server. Now it remains to be seen if they will do the same in July. But I can imagine them. This is too early. At least in my opinion, I feel like it's too rushed. But if these were to be adjusted where it would be a month after, so April, May, June, that's too early. So I would think that this would be probably, I think this would be May. This would be June, and then this would be July. But anyways, that's just my opinion. That's just my guess on how that they would do the schedule. I don't think that they would necessarily rush us too much. But yeah, just let me know what your comment is about the schedule. I'll probably also do another video on how many Saint Quartz we would be able to save up. I'll probably do also two comparisons. How many Saint Quartz we save up, assuming that it will be in April, and assuming that it will be in May. So when the Morgan banner drops, I would more or less have an estimate of where we are in terms of Saint Quartz saved. But I wouldn't worry about it too much. I feel like they're not gonna, at least for the English server, they're not gonna rush us too much. I don't think they would. But we'll see. In the coming days, coming weeks, coming months, maybe they might just keep us on schedule, or maybe they might have us speed up. But who knows? Okay, this one I'll probably put on the VOD, and I'll upload it to YouTube. So if you're watching it, thanks for watching, and yeah, until the next one.